House of Assembly, Honorable Yerima, thank you very much for joining us at this historic occasion. It's back to you, Congressman.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kola. I said I have to repeat this all over again. Your Excellency, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Avevekuve. Okay. Did you just see? So let me just that video that you just watched, let me just give a scenario. Sometimes when you're sometimes kids can be a bit naughty, and then sometimes they'll be trying you, they just try you. Maybe you're talking to you don't talk to the pikin no gree here. You just woes am small for body go calm. You can't sit down, you can't sit, you can't do sure. That's exactly what you just saw. Hey! My feel like say Yerima don't turn Wike to good boy. Honestly, this is so funny. It's so funny, but at the same time, it's funny. Because look at him just sitting down there, minding his business, just shaking his leg, going through what he's going through. At least, even no matter how much Wike tries to just make this as a non-issue, he was absolutely and thoroughly embarrassed and disgraced by Yerima, the officer. For those of you who don't know, I'm sure is there any Nigeria that doesn't know about what has been happening. But anyway, if you're someone who doesn't know, the whole issue is that the minister of FCT Abuja decided that he was going to show, as usual, his bullying skills. And he left his office with an entourage, carried security, DSS, police, and all of that. And they went to a particular site. Apparently, this site, they had been trying to come and revoke the land. Okay, he has been trying to revoke the land and give it to some other people. And that's exactly a lot of the FCT minister Yeson Wiki has been doing that in Abuja. It has gotten so bad now that banks are refusing to accept C of O, for loans as collateral, their C of O, Abuja C of O. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen. You collect a C of O, somebody has borrowed money, and then the government revokes the C of O. You're left with nothing. You understand the bank, and that's quite that's not healthy also for the bank. It's also dangerous for them. But at the same time, it's causing a lot of issues in terms of the economically the problem that it causes. Right now, also, people are afraid of building, of either going into real estate, because you don't know whose land, you don't know what land you're on, you don't know whether that land will be taken away from you. And so he went in. I said this, and he has been doing that quite a number of military. He then went in and did this to this particular one, sent in his military boys with his chief, the chief of security detail or something like that, to go in there and ensure that nobody encroaches, because they were coming to disturb the engineers that were at the site. Then Wike went on, carried media with his director of media. He came in like a boss. That when you're doing slow motion. That was Wike. That's how the Wike did slow motion boss man. And when there, and at the end of the day, he got absolutely and thoroughly disgraced. The guy was emotionally and everything control of the situation, ensured he controlled it. Wiki lost control, was insulting the guy, you're a fool. And the guy was just like, the officer was like, I'm not a fool, you can't shut me up. I have integrity. I'm a commission of that. There was one part that was actually quite funny where he was saying something on the contrary. The something about let me enlighten you, sir. There's nothing like a former, because Wiki was trying to say that the man was a former vice admiral. I said there's nothing like a former vice admiral. And vice admiral will always be a vice admiral. At the end of the day, not only that, Wike even went on to call the chief of defense staff on the phone. I don't know how Wike didn't realize how weak that made him look. You're calling someone. He still called the chief of defense staff. The boy still did not move anywhere. And at the end of the day, Wike was the one that left. And then Wike, of course, was telling him that I will see how you will build this place. You won't build that place. It is Wiki and his bulldozer, Wiki's people and their bulldozer that finally came after the next day or 2 days after to take everything away. But then this young man, literally the whole of Nigeria, literally united in supporting him and standing up, just admiring how he stood up and refused to be bullied by this particular minister that has been bullying people all over the place. And then now you have, a lot of things have been going on through that and whatever. But anyway, let me come back to the main reason why I'm doing this video is to say, look at Wiki, yes on Wiki ordinarily that like when someone is like how do I put it now? Like when they don't pour water, when shame pour water for person, but you just be like weak and shame in his mind. He felt he looked isolated there. He looked weak, he looked isolated. A lot of people did in that first video you put. I'll put in another video again at the end of this, video. This one is where you will see him trying to go and greet what's his name, the illegitimate vice president, what's his name again, Kasim Shettima, trying to go and greet, Kasim Shettima, kneeling down, and you would see, there's this air of when you're powerful and when you're powerless, like you're trying to enter a circle but they don't want you to enter, kind of a thing. The next one that you're going to watch at the end of the video, that's the kind of thing that you're going to see there. So you're seeing a Wiki saying to Ayo Fayose, oh, you are my junior brother. But by the way, I think I need to do a video on that precisely, because Ayo Fayose is celebrating 65th birthday. Wiki says he's 58, I'll be 50 something. How is he your junior brother? Be Wike's age is football age. Ayo Fayose's age is real age. Well, because even in looks, Wike doesn't look 58, except if he has some certain kind of sickness. He looks way, way, way older than that, 58 that he claims to be. I'm in my 50s, right? I'm 52. I'll be like 52 in the next few weeks. In less than a month or about a month. Next month, I'm going to be 52. I'm looking at Wiki, Wiki. If it's like, me senior you, now you senior me, will be age mate, be handy WhatsApp. But anyway, that's another. So, but just look at that body language. You could see even you could see Kashim Shettima was not particularly warm to him. Even the IO5 showing yourself, it was like, we know there was this thing about, like Wiki has just found himself on the outside. That's just really what has happened. And it's all due to Yerima. But I think at the end of the day, Nigerians might need to meet Yerima and say some thank you to him, because it seems as if he has finally made Wiki a good boy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
It's a pleasure. I was just to this point. Let's pardon that one. That wrong.